Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it's The Little Mermaid for the NES. I also have a brand new headset to play with this time around because, well, I tried getting another headset that was basically the exact same model as the one I've been using, but once again, it just decided to stop working on me prematurely, so I got this new USB headset. I believe it's the Logitech H390. I forget exactly what the model number is, but, well, it's USB, it's going to be better, and once I get the hang of editing all the noise out, commentary is going to be a little better. It's still going to be up to me and what I'm thinking at the time, but hopefully I'll be able to get used to knowing how to edit stuff. Anyway, you may be thinking, well, The Little Mermaid is a girls' game. Well, guess what? It's Disney-Capcom. Yeah, Capcom developed this one too. I've already done DuckTales, I've done Darkwing, I've done Chip and Dale. I can't seem to stop putting my hands on these as of late, and so I decided, hey, I checked this game out on YouTube, I might as well just go ahead and try this game out for myself, and I've actually played through it enough to know how to beat it on one life, and which you should do. And it's a pretty good game once you get used to it. Without further ado, let's get into this. The game starts near the end of the movie. Ariel, Princess of the Sea, fell in love with Eric at first sight, which happened at the beginning of the movie, kinda somewhere near the beginning. She's already asked Ursula to make her a human, her wish got granted, at the expense of her little mermaid voice. And she finally meets Prince Eric, he falls in love with her, they both want to marry, and I don't blame either one of them. All of a sudden, Sebastian, Flounder, and Scuttle show up, and turns out they have some bad news from under the sea. Ironically enough, this is the only time you see Scuttle at the beginning, anywhere in the game. He's only in this one beginning cutscene, so yeah, he's no help here. Turns out that Ursula, who made Ariel's wish to become human has taken over the kingdom that Ariel is princess of. She's also cast a spell over the fish of the sea, so now they're doing her bidding, and I'm pretty sure King Triton, who is Ariel's father, is probably a polyp and powerless at this point. Not surprisingly, Ariel decides to go after Ursula, and to do that she's going to go under the sea, and to do that she has to become a mermaid, so she tells Eric, oh hey, I'm a mermaid, I bet you didn't see that coming, did you? And she has to save her friends, obviously. All the while, Prince Eric has this weird, confused expression on her face as Ariel suddenly turns back into a mermaid, even though he tells her not to, and now she starts off her adventure. Poor Eric. Alright, Stage 1, Sea of Coral. Believe it or not, this is a shooter kind of game. I guess you could call it that. You can move in 8 directions. You can hold the B button to move around faster. And you can press A to shoot bubbles at enemies. Controls couldn't be much simpler. We will have to power those bubbles up because, well, we need to be able to take care of enemies. This is a seashell. Just move into it and you'll pick it up. Not only can you use it as many times as you want on any specific section, on the section you get it in, to not only defeat enemies when you have it out in front of you while you're swimming, but you can also use it to open locked chests. This is a red pearl. Collect 3 and you'll power up your bubble to maximum. These increase the power of your bubbles. Usually these small fishes take 2 bubbles or 2 attacks to fully encase, but thanks to that red pearl, we can do it in just 1. You cannot encase larger enemies like this octopus that's spitting at us with the bubbles. You cannot encase them in bubbles. What you have to do is either send an encased smaller enemy into them or ram into them with a seashell. This is the blue pearl. Blue pearls increase your range. Just like the red pearls, you can collect up to 3 for maximum range. About the seashells, you can launch them in 5 directions. Left, right, diagonally up, and straight up. You cannot aim downwards in any way. Avoid the starfish here. You can't destroy them, although you can stun them. And we're already at the end of the stage. Here is the shark, the first boss. He's pretty easy, just in case these fish and bubbles. Then send them at this guy. We've already got 3 hits already. Sometimes he'll appear at the bottom left. I'm not sure why. But if you're good as I am, if you've actually taken the time to really work fast and efficiently, you can take this guy out in the second attack cycle. After that, you can collect the pot at the beginning of the stage to finish the stage, and not only get stage clear bonus points, but also bonus points based on what you've collected in the stage. Points do give you lives, but the real aim of the game is to beat it in 1 life, so that way you won't die, because when you die, you lose all your power-ups, and you have to power yourself back up. It's not as bad as Gradius and Life Force and Konami-developed shooters, but it's still pretty disheartening. Anyway, when you beat the first stage, Flounder will tell you that Ursula is heading towards the sunken ship. And, well, where else are we going to head for stage 2 but the sunken ship? Alright, 1 red, 2 blue, normal big bubble, okay, why not? A few units of prizes here, such as this ghost. Send an encased enemy at it, knock the sheet off, then you can just encase a fish in a bubble and you can just avoid it or do whatever you want. It's just a normal fish at this point. Also, these crabs have to be standing up and have to be mobile in order for you to encase them in bubbles. If they're just sitting there, it won't work. You have to wait for them to move. As for these barrels, you can stand behind them and push them forward with your bubble attack, and also use them to, well, open that chest. We just picked up a second red pearl, which gives us this triple bubble attack. Here's the thing though, when you collect a red pearl before you reach maximum, you lose whatever range power-ups you got before that. So we have to bring our range back up to what it once was again. Thankfully, when you power it up to max, you don't have to deal with that anymore. If you ever collect another red pearl. Move this barrel back, or rather move it forward and have it crash into the wall so we can use this aerial doll. This gives us an extra life. And there we go. Why can't I move? I'm not doing so well right now. There we go. At least I won't have to deal with that stupid octopus ever again. We already see the surface of the water, and well, there's a shell over there, as well as some dry land above us. How are we gonna reach it? Simple. Hold up and right, and the B button, and hold A. Don't just tap it, hold it. We are now on dry land. Hold forward, hold left or right, and keep tapping A so we can keep on hopping on dry land. That's the only way you can move. You can aim upwards at the surface of the water to reach chests that are on dry land. Up and right plus the A button, and we get our 3rd red pearl and maximum power. We still have to get all our range back, but well, at least we don't have to deal with any of those stupid sea urchins now that I timed it right. There's our first blue pearl. Under our new max power. Ooh! I did not know you could do that. If you're at max power, you can get the larger enemies. I've never tried that. I just now tried that. Another thing you can only do under max power. Move this boulder. Want to keep it on screen as it drops down, and we can finally get this treasure chest here. Another blue pearl. Alright. Get this guy out of our way. Avoid the ghost. These little nooks and crannies here, you can actually drop the shell in them for forks and corncob pipes, which just solely serve for bonus points. But if you drop it in this one exclusively, ooh, a large heart. That gives us 2 hearts to play around with. Usually start with 3 hearts. The only way to get more than 3 is to collect hearts while you still have 3 hits left. That's pretty much the only way to do it. And you're not going to get very many chances to do that, so sadly you won't. Sadly, most of the time you'll have 3 hits or less. Anyway, here's the second boss of the game, Flotsam and Jetsam, Ursula's little eel henchman. And I do not want him near me. You're gonna have to be sending these crabs all the way up to him. One of them. And they're pretty easy to defeat. Just aim the encased crabs upwards. And you should be able to take care of them with these. Sometimes they'll come out and lunge forward out of whatever hole they're in. And if you're lined up with them when they come out of a hole in the wall in the background, they'll just duck back and teleport elsewhere. So just hit them from below, and watch out for the crabs. Sometimes there's as many as 4 on the floor at one time. Anyway, now that we've beaten stage 2, we find out that Ursula froze the sea, which means that stage 3 is an ice level. Stage 3, Sea of Ice. And we're almost at max power, but we'll be getting our full range in the next video. So join me then, where I take on even more of whatever the sea throws at us. So until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!